Welcome back to Cafe Honesty. I'm Ebony Williams.
I'm Alicia Lilly.
And back again for our last part of our 4-part series, channeling Chanel as the amazing Chanel Flowers. So excited that you're here with us.
Our last one. It's bittersweet.
I know. And for those listening on one of our podcast outlets, you can also check out us on video. So you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Cafe Honesty. Make sure to send us emails if you want. If you have questions about a podcast or you just want to chime in on one, you can email us cafehonesty@gmail.com. And today, as requested, which I'm so happy you guys really wanted this, you wanted to know how to really tap into inner healing and how to kind of get that started. And Alicia and I are also going to get some readings and we're going to share it with you guys so you aren't as scared about these cards and all that good stuff.
So
Inner healing, my lovely lady.
This is easy and simple and my favorite topic. I'm getting very emotional already. It starts with really just getting outside of your comfort zone and being silly and goofy and getting back to that inner child and loving yourself, loving your inner child the way that they should have, could have, would have been loved if you were your own parent, which you are now, because you are now birthing yourself. When you start your healing journey, you impregnate yourself with yourself. And you have this little seed of you. And you nurture that seed. And you love and you care for that seed the way that nobody could have except for you. Nobody can love you the way that you can love yourself. So it starts with that. It starts with inner child healing and just simply loving yourself, being aware of your thoughts because we speak negatively to ourselves. And so what happens is when I first started being aware of my negative thinking, I would get upset with myself.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
So I would do something that would irritate myself and then I'd say something like, "You're so dumb." And then I'd be like, "Don't get mad at yourself. You're not dumb. Don't call yourself dumb." And then I'm like yelling at myself. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening here? Okay.
Yeah.
So once I was aware of the mistreating and then I mistreated the mistreating and I was aware of that, I realized, okay, so I have to love the bully. You can't bully the bully. You bully the bully becomes, he bombs the whole damn school. Okay?
Exactly.
So you love the bully.
Yeah.
And how I loved the bully was being my own therapist. What do therapists do? They just ask a bunch of questions, okay? So I said, why do you call yourself dumb? Is it a belief system that was instilled in your truth? Or was it something that you've been told? It was something I've been told. Whether it was the actual word dumb or the way that people were condescending or, the energy that you've been receiving, because you might not have heard the words and be like, well, nobody ever bullied me. Girl, you don't realize you were bullied. All those friends that were your friends so that they could feed off of your energy.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
we talked about this. Sometimes there'll be friends that just feed off your energy and will bully you, but you think that they're being funny and friendly.
Right.
But they're really like making fun of you.
And there's some that aren't even making fun of you. There's some that are genuinely feeding off of your energy and they know they are and they like it, they love it, they want some more of it, but guess what? It'll never fill them up. So they'll just keep leeching off of you. And because they are aware of it, but they want to blind themselves because they want to continue doing what they're doing. Now it's your problem. Now it's your problem because you're aware of it, but you're not stopping it. So it's really, we were talking about this a lot. This is a great example. A lot of narcissists cling to people pleasers. And
so what are some ways you can recognize that? What if someone doesn't realize that someone's
okay, this is beautiful. Yes. So you once you're aware of it, you will begin to feel a pull. You'll feel like you don't want to do things, but you do them anyway. That kind of energy. You'll feel like they have too much access to you. that. Like, if somebody's blowing you up all the time, that's too much access. Nobody should be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, not even your kids do that. Like,
Yeah.
not even your parents do that. So
Yeah.
when people have too much access to you, boom, that's a sign that they are an energy vampire.
Yes, energy vampire.
You'll feel
Ooh.
exhausted.
You'll feel exhausted,
Yeah.
depleted,
Empty.
but just hanging out with somebody, like, come on, be aware of your energy. Like, why am I tired after kicking it with this person?
Why do I exhale when I agree to hang out with this person? Like, oh,
Or if somebody,
I gotta see her. I gotta see him. Like,
if somebody's always talking about their bad days or their, the drama in their life, you're that go-to person, and you can never get a word in edgewise. There's a lot of, it's really about awareness. You will know.
Yeah.
There's no truth that could be told from me that can't be told from you. Period. I can't tell anybody anything that we don't already know. The truth is inside of us.
I find it hard, we've talked about me being like an extreme people pleaser. I also find it hard to disassociate myself with people, not only because I don't want to let them down, but at the same time, I feel as if there's something in me. Sometimes I might interpret it wrong. Like, okay, God's bringing me this person because I meant to do X, Y, Z. But that's really not the case.
But you know what? It's also being a person with energy. Every person has energy, and when you're around other energy, it sinks in.
Yeah.
So your negative thinking might not even be you. It might be somebody else.
Right.
It might not even be your train of thought. So separate yourself be a little bit. Don't ever be afraid to leave a situation for a little bit. A day, a week, a month. Get out.
And let me just take this a notch up when you talk about people like doing that. That's why it's so important to be careful who you have sex with.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the shoppers the last
Yes.
one. We did.
You can get those demons.
You'll literally take on their energy.
Yeah, and if you're feeling sad and heavy and upset and angry and things are just kind of messing with you, it's like, and you fuck somebody who you know is going through a whole bunch of stuff.
Let's talk about it too. This is specific to women.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we receive. And also people who identify as women, and also men who are receivers. They continuously receive. They're more in a feminine energy. I'm not just talking about sex. I mean more of the receptor.
Yeah.
If you are the receiver,
Yeah.
we're talking about you, honey.
Yeah.
Because the giver is giving all that energy, and they're being pleased after sex.
Exactly.
They're like, I feel amazing. Yeah, you know why? Because you just dumped all that shit onto me. Okay, thanks.
Exactly. We just switched.
Swap.
We just.
I've literally had a conversation with a man I was for 6 years and was like, we can't have sex for a little bit because I am such an empath, and I can even use these words, but at the end of the day, we're human.
Yeah.
I'm a human.
Yeah.
I'm a human who feels deeply.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like you're in a good place, and so I feel like hella depressed after sex, and that doesn't make me feel good, you know?
It's real. I know a lot of people don't want to be lonely, but even if you're just fucking and you're still lonely, you're still lonely. So just stop for a little bit. I feel like if you can, that's a lot of big mistakes people make. Like, I'm just having sex because at least somebody's here, but they're not there. I'm like, they're not there. They're not there.
And that just depletes more from you,
Yeah.
especially if you're in the healing process. If you're in the healing process, be careful with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself like the baby that you're birthing. You wouldn't let... When I was born, my mom would not let just anybody touch. She didn't want people breathing on me,
Yeah.
okay? And there was no coronavirus.
Yeah.
It was not like that. She was like, don't look at her.
Leave
You
her
got
alone.
germs, you know?
Exactly. If you're pregnant, you don't want just random people touching your belly. I feel like that's how you should just be about yourself, period. You don't need to hug everybody. You don't need to shake everybody's hand.
You don't need to look
do that.
everybody in the eye. I'm also a people pleaser, and I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
I don't even claim that anymore. I was a people pleaser. I was an overthinker. And I, even just walking down the street, would be like, oh, I have to look people in their eye. No, you don't!
Yeah.
You do not! Don't do that. I don't know who told you that. Don't do it. If you're not feeling it, don't do it. Be in your own energy. Respect your own energy. Love yourself. Be confident in who you are. You don't have to do nothing.
Exactly.
My grandma used to say, I ain't gotta do nothing but be black and die.
That part.
So how about that? Cheers.
If you have any questions on this, please shoot us an email. We want to hear from you at cafehonesty@gmail.com. And of course, find us on Instagram and Twitter at Cafe Honesty. Coming up next, we're doing some readings, huh?
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm Ebony Williams. You can follow me here at Ebony On Air.
Alicia Lily, you can follow me at Aussie Royalty.
And this is Chanel Flowers. If you want to know more, channel Chanel.com.